Patrick Muldoon, End of a Heartthrob Era. Introduction. The shock of sudden news. Patrick Muldoon, remembered as a 90s heartthrob from Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives, has died at the age of 57. According to reports, he suffered a suspected heart attack at his Los Angeles home. His girlfriend found him unconscious in the bathroom after he had been gone a while. Paramedics rushed to revive him, but tragically, there was nothing they could do. The announcement stunned fans and colleagues alike. Muldoon was not just an actor. He was a cultural figure who embodied the charisma and intensity of 1990s television. His passing marks the end of an era for soap operas, cult classics, and the generation that grew up watching him. Behind the scenes of Stardom. Muldoon's rise in the 1990s, balancing soap opera fame with primetime drama, the chaotic world behind the cameras, rivalries, romances, and the pressures of fame, his reputation as both a professional actor and a magnetic personality off-screen. Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives. How Melrose Place made him a household name, his role as Richard Hart and the dynamics of the show, the enduring fanbase of Days of Our Lives and his impact on soap opera culture. Starship Troopers and cult fame. Muldoon's role opposite Denise Richards in Starship Troopers, the film's legacy as a cult classic, the romance rumors and Denise Richards' later revelations, how the movie cemented his place in pop culture. Later career and final projects. His work in action films like Dirty Hands, his final Instagram post announcing Cockroach, a crime film he was set to executive produce, the bittersweet timing of his passing just as new projects were on the horizon. Personal life and legacy. His relationships, family ties, and the bond with his sister who confirmed the news, his down-to-earth personality despite fame. The way fans remember him, not just as an actor, but as a symbol of an era. The bigger picture. The fading generation of 90s icons. Why Muldoon's death resonates beyond Hollywood. Reflection on how television shaped identity and culture in the 1990s. Closing tribute. Patrick Muldoon's passing is more than a headline. It is a reminder of the fragility of life, the fleeting nature of fame, and the enduring power of storytelling. His roles will continue to live on, replayed in syndication, streaming, and the memories of fans who grew up with him. Patrick Muldoon, End of a Heartthrob Era. Childhood and early life. Patrick Muldoon was born in San Pedro, California, in 1968. Growing up near the ocean, he was surrounded by the rhythms of coastal life, a mix of working-class grit and California dream. His childhood was marked by athleticism. He excelled in sports, particularly football, which later earned him a scholarship to the University of Southern California, USC. At USC, Muldoon majored in communications, but his charisma and striking looks quickly drew him toward modeling and acting. He trained in theater workshops, learning the fundamentals of stage presence, voice control, and emotional delivery. Unlike many who stumbled into Hollywood, Muldoon combined natural charm with disciplined training, laying the foundation for a career that would span soap operas, primetime dramas, and cult films. Early career and training. Muldoon's first professional steps were in modeling, working with agencies that recognized his appeal as a quintessential California heartthrob. But he wanted more than print ads. He wanted to act. He studied with respected acting coaches in Los Angeles, honing his craft in small theater productions. His breakthrough came when he landed roles on daytime television. Soap operas were a proving ground for young actors, demanding long hours, emotional intensity, and the ability to deliver dramatic lines convincingly. Muldoon thrived in this environment, quickly becoming a fan favorite. Melrose Place. Episode breakdowns. Muldoon's role as Richard Hart on Melrose Place cemented his status as a 90s icon. Richard was a complex character, charming, ambitious, but often manipulative. His storylines involved romance, betrayal, and power struggles, reflecting the heightened drama that made Melrose Place a cultural phenomenon. Episode highlight. Richard's relationship with Joe Reynolds, played by Daphne Zuniga, showcased Muldoon's ability to balance vulnerability with menace. His scenes often carried a tension that kept audiences hooked. Impact. Richard Hart became one of the show's most memorable antagonists, and Muldoon's performance was praised for adding depth to the glossy, scandal-filled world of Melrose Place. Days of Our Lives episode breakdowns. Muldoon also gained fame as Austin Reed on Days of Our Lives. Austin was the quintessential soap opera hero, handsome, loyal, but caught in endless romantic entanglements. Episode highlight: Austin's love triangle with Carrie Brady and Sammy Brady was one of the show's most enduring storylines. Muldoon's portrayal of Austin as torn between duty and desire resonated with fans, making him a central figure in the soap's narrative. Impact: his role on Days connected him to a fan base that spanned generations. Soap operas were more than entertainment. They were daily rituals for millions, and Muldoon became part of that cultural fabric. Starship Troopers scene analyses. Muldoon's leap to film came with Starship Troopers, 1997, where he played Xander Barkalow opposite Denise Richards. The movie, directed by Paul Verhoeven, was a satirical take on militarism and fascism, disguised as a sci-fi action spectacle. Scene analysis. Xander's rivalry with Johnny Rico, Casper Van Dien, highlighted themes of masculinity, competition, and loyalty. Muldoon brought a layered performance, making Xander both a rival and a sympathetic figure. Romance subplot. His on-screen chemistry with Denise Richards added emotional weight to the film, and their real-life fling later became part of Hollywood lore. Cultural impact. Though initially dismissed by critics, Starship Troopers became a cult classic, with Muldoon's role remembered as part of its satirical brilliance. Fan reactions and cultural essays. Fans remember Muldoon not just for his roles, but for the era he represented. The 1990s were a time when television dramas and soap operas dominated cultural conversation. Shows like Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives were water-cooler topics, shaping fashion, dialogue, and even social norms. Muldoon embodied the heartthrob archetype, handsome, charismatic, but capable of emotional depth. His performances reflected the anxieties and desires of the decade.